Hey tribe, welcome to my channel. Um, my kitten is needing me. Um, I don't know, I just felt called to do a little quick little guidance for you guys. As you know, I love and appreciate you guys dearly. Listen, this energy is popping, okay? It's relaxed, it's receptive, it's abundant. My love kitty is all over me right now. Let's just get into this reading, okay? Divine, please give me the guidance. Please give me the guidance. As we know, we focus here on self-evolution. And so we're going to do that. Clairvoyance feels important. Relationship harmony. Gifts from God. I'm hearing 3. Clear intentions. And prosperity. 9. Seriously. Stop. Corinthians. Alright. Let's get the message out here. You guys, this little kitty is like, she's so serious right now. Nanai, say hi to the tribe. Nanai, you're not gonna do it? Okay. I love you. You gotta go over here, mommy. Okay, tribe. Here she's back. We're gonna take some time to really feel the energy. You guys, I don't know. I've been going through a lot of purging. So excuse my voice. I'm not in control of everything. So, I just want to take a minute to take in the energy as well as the guidance here. 9. Honey, stop. We have breathe, you know what to do, clairvoyance, relationship harmony, gifts from God, crystal clear intentions, and prosperity. Clear sentience under the bottom of the deck. I do feel like I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Nyla, come on, honey. Stop it. I gotta be of service, mama. Sorry. She's so loving. She's so loving. She's giving me a massage again. Alright. With the breathe here, some of you guys, when it comes to meditation, we've got to remember that a part of meditation is the art or stabilizing of breath. A proper breathing routine that offers more quality to life is what I hear. I'm hearing there's different ways to relieve any stress, worry, anxiety, fear, and a lot of it can be done through breath. Through simply adopting a breathing routine that enables you to take in and exhale the proper amount is what it feels. There's this energy of, it's like that big sigh of relief is what I feel. It's like when you're going through something, or something tumultuous or hard is finally over, and you take that, it's like the divine is saying, have that sigh of relief. Take that deep breath that fills you with this vital energy that sustains you for the next step ahead. And with you know what to do, there's something here I feel you've been contemplating on, or something you've been working on putting into effect. And a part of grounding this energy, stabilizing this energy, focusing focusing it in a manner that's going to be like a breath of alchemy, you know, structure, determination, power, authenticity. It's just this energy here of restoration, restoring yourself. You know what to do. What you do is you go within and you get your personal guidance. This reminds me of the hermit. Go within that inner wisdom. I'm also seeing the solar plexus here, which is, about your self-esteem. What I'm hearing strongly also is willpower. I was going to go into the different meanings, but they want you to really use your willpower. Use your confidence. Use your wisdom. Use your guidance. Trust your inner knowledge and accept and act upon it without delay. This reading kind of feels loose. Oh, I meant to tell you guys in the beginning, all of the cards may resonate with you, or one of the cards. It's all about what's for you, because it does feel like each card stands alone. This is why they're so far apart. For some of you, if you feel like you just don't know what to do right now, it's important for you to meditate. It's important for you to get in tune with your, I'm hearing your star player, but get in tune with your breath. Get in tune with the rhythm of your body. Get in tune with the cycles that you have experienced, as they give you further insight as to stop scratching me, jumping up here. The different levels that are to come. There's almost this similar energy here with you know what to do, where you've experienced so many different things in your life. It's almost like if you stop, and catch up, or let life catch up to you, you'll recognize, I've felt some of these energies before. I've seen some of these experiences and type of people, type of places, this familiar energy where you've experienced something that's happening right now before. And it may very well be just the energy signature of it. We don't always get the exact same situation, but there feels like there's something coming up here, or is present here, that's asking for your full attention in order to finally put an end to the repeating of, I'm not going to call it a lesson, I'm not going to call it a karmic cycle, it's just a reoccurring energy in your experience. And I feel like it's different for each person. It's more specific for each person. But if you tune into the energy and the common similar energies, experiences, places, people, personalities, different things that are familiar, if you tune in, you'll kind of realize, wait, I felt this way back in '08, you know. At this time, this, and this was happening. It gives you some kind of indication as to what's about to unfold. It feels like I'm hearing the weeks ahead, okay? With clairvoyance here, this is your clear vision, your clear perception. This is my Ace of Swords card. Nyla, stop nibbling me, honey. You can't get my attention. I'm busy. She is adamant right now. Like, guys. All she wants to do is give love, share love, and be loved. Okay, so that may very well be a part of this energy here. It could be a partner, a different face, but a similar experience. You know, take it how it resonates. It doesn't have to be bad, you know. Just because something is familiar to your past, it doesn't make you bad. It doesn't make it bad, you know. You've experienced many things that have made you who you are, put you in a position in life that you're in. And what's important right now is to really take note of it, okay? It says, I'm helping you with your spiritual insight. I can't see, guys. It's a glare. I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. There's a real chakra energy here. Get present. Get still within the body. Listen to the heart. Listen to your wisdom. Listen to the wisdom of the divine. Nyla, why are you doing that, honey? Stop. I really, really feel like the divine here is helping you. And especially with clairvoyance, the divine is saying you've done this before. You've felt this before. It's here in a way to essentially just have light shed on it. Look at the light here. It's here to have this light shed on it. There's something here that wants to be acknowledged as fact. Everyone has that angelic crown around their head, that light. I can't remember the name right now, but there's enlightenment you already possess, but yet you're searching for the answers externally. And the divine is saying these answers can't come from outside of you because this is the script you've already acted before. This is something to be pulled from within. It's almost as if you kept the notes from a previous lesson, and the divine is saying, we're not running you through the lesson again. The energy has recycled itself. This is not something you're going to have to karmically play out again. We want you to learn how. There it is. We want you to better learn how to go within yourself. You know what to do. Breathe. Clairvoyance to better retrieve information that you already have stored. Okay? The divine is saying they want you to better be able to pull from prior experiences, not in a way where you're reliving, but as like a life guide. You know, we have these spiritual guides, but we oftentimes don't reflect within ourselves and remember that we are also a guide. We are a guide. We are a way shower. We are an angel. You know, all these things we already are. And this is a part of what we, when we do acts of kindness, when we give a kind word, when we hold a door, you know, when we give a offering, you know, different things like that. This is our angelic nature shining through us. The divine is saying, pull from your internal wisdom, your internal strength, your guidance, your devotion to yourself, your path, your ability to surmount any difficulties. You can pull and retrieve from prior experiences. And a part of the reason they're telling you to do that is because right now it's a significant time where, excuse me guys, where there's an energy trying to be recycled. It could very well be energy in regards to the relationships you have within your experience. You know, family, friends, strangers, co-workers, exes, associates, foe, you know, whatever it is. A relationship is a relationship. It's the connection you have with that person. You determine what level of importance that relationship holds in your experience. You know? And the divine is saying we're trying to correct the current course of the relationships in your life. You know, some relationships that it's time to fall away. Some relationships that are time to deepen. Some relations that are time, you know, it's time to ascend. It's different levels. But they need you to go within yourself and recognize the energy that is coming across in certain dynamics, certain emotions, certain thoughts, certain actions, certain experiences. Because there's a true blessing that's unfolding in you learning how to process information, learning how to process energies, learning how to process different things in your experience. It feels like it's going to begin to speed up things in your experience where things were dragging out or taking time to have the result you want. The divine is saying once you get better in tune with energy, and we all, you know, in this community like to say that we're in tune with energy, but we truly understand what level we're on when we begin to better read energy before it unfolds. Before, you know, as energy is creeping into our life, we're saying, I'm feeling something I felt before. Let me identify what this is so I can properly say whether it's good or bad, you know, whether it's something to re-experience or dissolve the contract to, you know. It's becoming consciously aware of what to accept and what to reject. Energy is something that we can change, we can control, we can manipulate, we can call in, we can deter, we can create, but we can't necessarily destroy. If you want to destroy it, you send it to the Most High, where it comes from, right? Just the same if someone was to speak negative to you, you don't want to send that negative word or action or intent back to that sender. You want to send it to the divine to be transmuted and never be seen or heard from again or felt again, right? You don't dish out what is given to you. You give it to the divine in hopes or in full confidence and surrenderance and knowing that whatever it is that has come to me, it's either for my benefit or for me to send back to the divine. We have to remember, if we're divine beings, then we don't worry about what shows up at our door because we know what to do with it whenever it gets here. You know what I mean? It's like I don't have to seek revenge, you know? I don't have to know all the answers. I don't have to know it all. I just have to know thyself. Crystal clear intentions. I just have to know why I'm doing something. I just have to know why I'm a participant in the energy that has come my way. You know? I just have to know why if someone spoke negatively on me, it's not for me to understand why they did it. It's for me to understand how the fuck it was able to attach to me to begin with. How the fuck how did someone else's ill intent or positive intent affect me? Unless I accept it, right? So this is also the differentiating of, it's almost like I'm hearing full awareness. Learning the proper way to form the whys. The why is never the other person or the other thing. The why is, it's always self. Sticking to the same energy, because I guess, I don't know, it's important. Maybe it's people who's trying to block your relationship harmony. And I usually don't pick up on things like this, but we're going there today. Maybe it's people that's trying to block your abundance, your crystal clear intentions, your gifts from God, Oh, well, I said God's. So you may have, well, there's no accident. So you do have multiple gods sending you blessings at this time. And that's no disrespect. There's a multitude of planets and things out here. There's gods among each. You know? It's just about your belief system, What do you give your thanks to? Okay, well then that's your truth. But thou shalt not judge from an egotistical way. God, thou shalt not judge from a worldly perspective. If you're going to judge somebody, which we don't, it's bullshit to say we don't judge. Because at the end of the day, if you're not the judge and the jury in your experience, then you may be sentenced to life by somebody else's hands, right? You judge absolutely every single day. You have to be a judge of character. You know what I mean? You have to be a judge of trust. You have to be a judge of faith. You have to be a judge of love. You have to be a judge of partnership. You have to be a judge of self. You judge others every single day. The question is, are you judging from your heart? Are you judging from your soul? Are you judging from your mind? Are you judging from your ego? Are you judging from your less divine sense of self? You absolutely have to make the call on who's fit in your experience. So we won't say we don't judge, but when we judge from our heart. When we judge with crystal clear intentions. Then I'm not judging you in a way where it's demeaning. I'm not judging you in a way where I feel as if I am better than you because of my current standing. I'm sure that I have been in your shoes before. If you are placed in my path, we have to have some similar energy somewhere within our experience for our encounter to become personal. You see what I'm saying? Relationship harmony, remember? Sometimes you can have karma with a person that you smiled at on the street and said, have a good day. Why? Because maybe before you turned your face up at that person and the only thing they needed at that time was someone to notice them. We're clearing karma. We're clearing shit every day. You know what I mean? And like I said in the beginning, this is not just about a karmic pattern or routine. This is about the ability to identify the current energy in your experience at all times. Being present, but being presently aware. Not just being absent-minded or absent spirit present, ever yielding to what's coming at you. No, this is about being present in a divine way, where it's not what's coming at me, it's what am I going towards? What am I aligned with? What's in my vibration? What are these big things being cleared? What are these small things being cleared? How am I being beneficial to myself and others? You know what I mean? All these things working as one. And when you begin to identify certain energies just as they are, without you having to paint a title to them, without you having to give reason, or, oh, this experience has showed up because 5 years ago I went through this with Billy, and now this is another Billy here in the name of Tom. It's not about why is it Billy and Tom. It's about what is it in my vibration that is attracting or recycling more so certain energies. Because one thing about energy is you have the opportunity to identify it within yourself before it is made evident in your experience by way of any noun, right? So when you're learning to identify energy before it takes physical shape, you're learning to avoid the Toms and the Jims and the Franks and the, and the car accidents and the losing wallets and the things that we don't wish to experience. We begin to better align ourselves with the barbecues and the gift exchange and the out to lunch and, the good experiences in our life. We'll say, wait a minute, when we felt certain things before, or when we feel new things, when we get a better grasp on what the energy is, then we begin to have a better way of working with it. We're not truly identifying the energy to give it a title. We're identifying the energy to better work with it, not give it a title. You know what I mean? It doesn't fucking matter if it was Jim, John, or Bob. It doesn't fucking matter if this is the third accident in 5 years. It doesn't matter if this is the fifth time I've moved in 5 years. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what it is. It matters that I'm identifying. If I'm identifying what the energy is before it manifests, before it plays out, I can now actively change that energy, right? Crystal clear intentions. The energy that God is sending me, right? I can actively manipulate this energy to be whatever the fuck I want it to be, right? Because I know what to do now. By doing so, you help prosperity arise in your experience, because you're learning that. I want to put it in a way of an example. Okay. Say this feeling, say you get this. I'm sure we've all had this feeling before where we're like uneasy, like something's gonna happen, and you don't know what it is. In my family, when we get that feeling, we start immediately calling family. You know, hey, I got that feeling. Be safe. I love you. You know, play it safe. Be smart. Get prayed up. You know, meditate. Get clear. Protect your space. Clear your energy. You know, we immediately start calling our loved ones and making sure that they're acting accordingly in a way where they're taking precaution, right? But what if that energy is simply, you're going to get a surprise bill, right? You're going to get something that pulls from your stream of revenue, right? What if it's simply that? And because it's uncomfortable, you go to your worst fear, which is something happening to your loved ones. But the divine is saying, no, prepare yourself for this worldly shakeup that may come about. Or it's telling you, you know, start saving money now to avoid, you know, a tower moment, to avoid being in this bind, you know. Don't immediately assume, you know, that it's this, and that. No. Sit down, get centered, breathe, and figure out what that energy is telling you. What is the divine saying to me? What is this gift I'm getting? Foresight. Forewarned is forearmed, right? I think that's how you say it. Sometimes it's not about the feeling you get, even if it's similar to a feeling you felt before, you know. It's about, I hope I'm not losing you guys because they've kind of got it going crazy, but it's all about identifying what it is before it plays out. Don't assume and jump to, if I felt this before, this is what it is. No, you felt it before, so go identify what it is now. You felt it before because I'm hearing it like it's an ability. It's an ability to, I mean, we do know that, obviously, you know. That would be clairsentience, which is your next card. Clear feeling. Clear feeling, clear vision. This is all about the divine saying, you have these abilities to interpret energy. You feel it, you sense it, you see it, you dream it, you think it. But what you're not doing is tying it to a new event. You're tying it to an old event. Okay. Don't tie a similar emotion, thought, feeling, energy. Don't tie a similar feeling to something from your past, because it's not here for something of your past. That shit is gone, right? It's here for something in your present or your future. So when trying to identify why this energy is here, you must look at it from a learner standpoint, not the teacher standpoint. Look at it from a standpoint of, what are you here to teach me now? What are you here to make me aware of now? What can I manipulate this new energy to become? This way it's not becoming something that it has already been. It's becoming something that it is meant to be. Oftentimes I'm hearing the divine will send you something that you're aligned with. This is why it has a feeling of resonance, because of your alignment. The divine is saying they've sent you things, and they will send you things that is for your future. But you're so busy tying it to your past that it has a similar outcome as it did before, rather than its true intentions, rather than what it really showed up for. The divine is giving you new energy that you feel. And in feeling it, you're like, oh, I felt this before. Let me tie it to something I felt before. The divine is saying, release that. Feel this for what it is now, and do with it what you will. But in the utmost nature, in a way that truly serves you, in a way that's truly meant for you, in a way that truly gives you abundance, clarity, divine connection, relationship harmony, clear intentions, more gifts from God, the ability to know what to do, the ability to breathe, center yourself, ground the energy to give it a new shape, to give it new life. The divine is saying, stop taking the energy I give you and putting it in the fucking trash. Because essentially, if you're not using the energy that I've given you in a way that's completely new, then you're taking this blessed energy and you're throwing it in the fucking garbage. Stop throwing this blessed energy I've given you in the fucking trash. Go within yourself. You know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge. Just because it feels familiar doesn't mean it has to be used in a familiar way. It feels familiar because it's assigned for you. It's like having a child. That child feels familiar, but this vessel is new to the world, right? Are you going to treat it like your past? Or are you going to raise it in a way where it's best for its own future? The child, aka the energy itself. Are you going to raise it in a way where it's best for its own future as well as yours? Or are you going to say, I feel this familiarity, so let me do it like I've done in the past? You wouldn't do that to a child. So when God gives you a gift, just the same as a baby, all of your blessings are your babies. Raise it up in a way that's beneficial for the energy itself and you and your future. Raise it up. Don't throw it in the fucking trash. I really pray you guys understand that. It feels right and you know it, so let it. Oh, wow. Your dreams also provide valid information needed at this time. The divine is coming through, guys. Embrace your fire qualities. It's your vibe. Okay? Love despite life. It's easier to express yourself while you're still in this realm. Embrace your earth qualities. Embrace your mutable aspects. It's your fluidity. Oh, and with embrace your earth qualities, it's your magic. You know what? This is a bit chaotic. I want to get some more structure here. No. That's not going to work for me, hon. Love despite life, number 11. No matter what, no matter what these different energies are, we have 3 cards of heart chakra with this green here. No matter what, no matter what you've previously experienced, no matter what these energies are specific to you, because to be honest, you know, for being honest, we're all on different vibrations. We're all on different timelines. And sometimes the energies are less favorable, you know. Sometimes it's things that you didn't want to deal with. But one thing that is assured is once you deal with it, it's out of the way. They're bringing me to this energy where healing happens in layers. Change and transformation happens in layers. And a part of that familiarity is the different layers. They're bringing it to me like if you were fighting an infection, you wouldn't take medication or do this holistic healing practice once and expect to be completely healed. With medication, you take it for about a week or so, right? With a holistic practice, you do it continuously or for whatever the time frame is, right? Whatever, you know, on both fronts. So the way that they're showing me this is this energy being removed in layers, being worked out in layers, being understood in layers, being clarified in layers. It's getting to the root of it in layers. Just as if you were digging up a tree itself, you'd have to go down into the roots in layers. And that's what the divine is saying. It's this familiar energy. It's a different level. This is why it's familiar but not the exact same. This is why it's similar but not the same. This is a strong energy of being able to mold it, transform it, change it, manipulate it. Do what you need to do. Don't throw in the towel. Don't operate in a lower vibration. Love despite life. We know what life is. Life is a myriad of experience, right? I'm hearing, what is love to you? And in my personal opinion, true love is undefinable. It's unexplainable. Why? Because for one, it's specific and different to everyone. No one has this cookie cutter idea or feeling or thought of what love is. You can try to explain it to someone, but it will always be different for each individual, period. Each individual, you know? And that's exactly what love is. Love shows up on different levels each time. Love can show up in the form of hate. Someone can love you so much that it translates to them as pure hate. I fucking hate you. I hate that I love you. You know what I mean? Love can show up to you in the form of jealousy. You know? Love can show up to you in the form of... We typically tie these things to lower vibrational things. And if we tie it to a lower vibrational meaning, then it's going to hold a lower vibrational energy, never being able to be transformed or transmuted, right? If someone comes to us and says, I hate you, you can look within yourself and say, this person loves me on a level that they will never understand. Their soul does not know how to express to their vessel what their true emotion is. This is news to me too, guys. I'm hearing there's no such thing as hate. Well, there isn't, you know? There's only love and fear. Love and fear. So if someone hates you, they love you. It's being masked by fear. Everything is created and operated out of love, even if it paints the image as hate and evil. Why? Because it took love to give life. Period. Everything was created through love. Everything was given life through love. Every object was created through love. This may be controversial. And I did, it was already channeled to me that there's going to be some things that begin to come out of my mouth that a lot of people will not understand. And I'm okay with that. Because in a couple years from now, my content will still be here. That is a part of the beauty in what I do. I'm about to cry. Ooh. A part of the beauty in what I do here is even if it goes over your head, even this fallen generation in itself, it's still going to sit here. And just like the river, that river stood before and after men learned how to come fish and drink, right? And it will be here then after. So some of the things I say you may not understand now, but come back to the lake and have a drink when you're ready. I can lead you to the lake and teach you how to swim, but I can't give you the energy. I could teach you how to fish. I could teach you how to cook it, but I can't give you the desire to eat. But that same lake and them same fish and that same equipment gonna be here when you're ready. If you're not ready, click off. But for those of you that are ready, everything is done out of love. News to me, I'm going to say again, everything, murder, rape, kill, false God worshiping, which what is truly a false God? What is a false God if you can't tell somebody where their truth is, where their soul originates, what their God is? Nobody can say, hey, you worship a false God. Why? Because I can't jump inside your soul and say, yeah, see, you came from where I came from. So your God is my God too. Or my God is your God too. I don't know where the fuck you came from in this vast universe. Your God may be some God somewhere way foreign, to my soul origin. So your God may be a different God than my God. Your belief may be a different belief than my belief. Remember, I accidentally said gods with an S. Everything, there's no mistakes, remember? Embrace, love despite. It's just like those testimonies where, and this may be a fucked up example, but I got to give it to you the way that they give it to me. Take this for example. In the cases where the parent loses a child from senseless violence, right? Ooh, throat chakra is super popping, guys. Senseless violence, right? And that parent walks in the courtroom and says, I forgive you. And I love you anyway. Because I know that through ignorance, you're able to do things that are not of your true nature. Right? So although you love and have love and do all things in love, it was masked by a twisted perception in action. Right? Not in the true identity of the soul, right? But in the action. The action was fucked up. But the soul wasn't fucked up. Just the perception, right? This is how fucked up things happen. Because love isn't identified as love. It's identified as hate, anger, envy, greed, jealousy, lust, adultery, whatever. I don't even say that word, but whatever. You know what I mean? It was identified as such things. We gave it the title that we wanted it to play out, right? That's like seeing somebody who murdered somebody and calling them a fucking monster. Now that person is going to continue to be a monster. But if you simply choose to act in all things are love, you walk up to this monster and say, you are not a monster. You are a loving being who is wearing a mask of anger, of pain. I'm about to cry for somebody's child. Because there's people sitting in prison right now who didn't understand that all they needed was love. And to identify with love. If we could all look at each other and say, hey, I love you although your past is dirtier than mine. But if I can only judge you from my heart, that means it's love. We talked about this in the beginning. Only judging from the heart. If you can open your heart and say, I will help you remove the mask of this monster and get to the love that is truly underneath. then people will stop being reincarnated as these quote-unquote monsters because that's all they could identify with, right? If you can truly love thy neighbor, no matter what mask they show up on, you can be the Scooby-Doo and pull that motherfucker off, right? Get in the Shaggy van and be the Scooby-Doo and go pull off the mask. If somebody showed up to you as a monster, get to the root. I'm seeing Beauty and the Beast. That motherfucker wasn't a monster always. Somebody put a curse on that motherfucker. We talked about this. Sometimes people know not what they do because they know not who came up behind them and put that fucking mask on to begin with. They was born with that mask on. When they was in the womb as a baby, the parent that the stomach they was in was saying, "You're a fucking monster. You're ruining my life. I wanted to be a celebrity," right? Shaming this growing vessel. People come out with that baggage because their own vessel was created through another vessel that was filling it with hate, right? But if we can look beyond that mask of hate and say, hey, you're not a monster. You're not pain. You're not hurt. You're simply reliving a trauma that was never meant for you to begin with. You are love. I am love. I know that I attract love. So even if it shows up to me in the way of a monster, I know that it's still love. I can pull the mask off of myself, of my family, of my peers, of my life, of my enemies, right? Through love. Damn, I got passionate with that. I'm so happy right now. It's easier to express yourself while you're still in this realm. It's easier. Listen, most people don't talk to spirits. Most people don't see or hear spirit. Most people don't see ghosts, angels, entities, nothing. They don't see synchronicities or consciously see synchronicity signs, all these things. A lot of these things aren't conscious. But when you're still in this spirit, this physical space, in a physical vessel, you have the opportunity to shed light from corner to corner. You have the opportunity, 17 star, to be this guiding force in the lives of many people. By simply reminding people you are not the mask that you wear. We got to remember, I'm going to say again, when you are in the stomach and your vessel is being created, and all through your life, your vessel is constantly taking in and creating itself from what it knows external to itself, internal to itself, right? It's constantly everything it knows, right? This is what you're a makeup of. This is what the vessel is. The vessel, again, is not the soul. The vessel is simply a makeup of its environment, including within the womb. So if you got people saying slick shit, if you got the parents especially in this day and age where you got people constantly getting pregnant by accident, this child is always feeling like an accident as it's being created. It's always feeling unwanted, or, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to do this, or I'm nervous, this is my first child. You got to calm that shit. You know what I mean? And considering most of us, all of us are not babies. You know what I mean? We're not still in the womb being created. We're outside now. We have to remember, we have to go back and remove all of this shit. Not only from past lives, but before we even came out the stomach. We got to clear all this baggage. 17, healing. We got to clear all this baggage that we didn't even know we fucking had. We are our own monster. But when you're inside of the mask, you can't see the mask on your face. Only those around you. This is why most people gravitate towards the people that love them, not the people that hate them. Why? Because if you hate me, then fuck you. When really, if you hate me, let me pray for you, baby. Let me pray for you. Even if it's not in front of your face, let me go to my altar and put in a word for you so that your soul may be clean, so that you may remove that mask and realize that you don't hate me. You hate a version of yourself that wants to be as free as me. You hear me? That's what hate is. It's jealousy. Embrace your mutable qualities. It's your fluidity. There we have it again. Your ability to take shape, your ability to stand in other shoes, the ability to take the masks off, the ability to apply a mask when needed, the ability to try on other people's masks and see what they've been seeing through their whole life. And release with love and compassion, not only for yourself, but to the best of your ability for that other person. Energetic shares, okay? Energy is a hook. It's just like when you have a thought about somebody, it's like sending out a hook and it catching on to that person, right? And vice versa. We're always getting hooked like fish. We're always getting hooked, right? And we're always hooking other people with our thoughts, our emotions, our actions. This is all energy, right? It's all energy work. With this fluidity card here, with this mutable aspect, it's this energy of being ever changing. The ability to hook and unhook. To identify the energy before it plays out. To identify the pull. If you get hooked and somebody's reeling you in, identify that it's not the current pulling you, it's an energy hook. You know what I mean? Identify is all of this. If you are not fluid in a certain area, if you are not love in a certain area, if you are not in spirit in a certain area, then it is something hooking you and keeping you still. It's a time to release it. Get fluid, get certain, get clear, get grounded, get assertive. Oh shit, we almost at an hour. Okay. Embrace your fire qualities. It's your vibe. Your vibe is your alignment. It's your ability to create, attract. This is the Ace of Wands as usual. To create, attract, interpret, defend. Different things like that. You've got to get centered in order to really identify the different things in your experience. When it comes to embracing your earth qualities, it's your magic. Again, it's that manipulation of energy. It's the identification of energy in all things. Stay in spirit. Stay in tune. Get clear. Get your divine information. And don't judge others from anywhere other than your heart, because we all have worn a mask. And we never know if we still have on one until we go within and then go without. Okay? I love you guys. We're cutting it close on time. I'll be back later, guys. Have a great one. Love and support always.